All right, guys. Welcome to Game Central Station again, the live stream where we're going to be talking about our the Switch 2 pre-orders, and we're here with TK Toss Up, and
What's up, y'all?
we're also going to be talking about the game we've been playing through, which is Super Mario RPG, and we're going to show off some of our pickups for the past week. So, so yeah, I hope you guys also liked the hold screen with the little dancing from Super Mario RPG. Me and Tyler were just talking about that. How like what Mello is jamming out on that.
I love the level up screen in that game. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's I just sit there and let it run for a while. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about Peach's dance, but it just like hits the nostalgia real hard. Like I don't know what it is. It's just like, oh, that's so cool.
Yep. Okay,
Um,
so what are we doing first? We talking about Sumo RPG? We going into the fines? What's going on?
So okay, I think I'm gonna start with the Switch 2 pre-order craziness. For any of you guys who are
Okay.
watching who don't know, Tyler decided to opt out of going for a Switch 2 this time around, right? Um, and I decided I was gonna try to
Yeah.
go for it. Um, which I paid dearly in terms of staying up till like 2 in the morning trying to get one. I had every browser you could imagine. Well, I had every website that was doing pre-orders open, um, and I had the apps ready because they, may work better or worse than the website. But what I learned, because I was watching this one streamer, I forget his name now. What I learned is that it's way better to do the website version because you can refresh that, opposed to the app where you have to kind of shut it and start it all over again. But yeah, there was crashes. There were some people would get a pre-order in, but then it would be canceled, like from Target. And I somehow the Target Circle Club thing, there was a 15% off any order that said it wouldn't apply to Nintendo stuff, but it applied in my cart. So 15% off of that would have been, I forget how much it was. Um, yeah, it doesn't look great, but uh, well, that looks okay on my
Oh,
end.
sorry. I was just trying to give you a note. Well, I was literally about to retype and say for some reason. Okay, never mind. For some reason, YouTube decided to auto put me to 240p, and I just thought your entire stream was messed up. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
oh, no,
Continue.
no, no, it's fine. I was like, wait, what happened? Um, but anyway, there were so many things that were just going wrong. Best Buy's wait line, like I got in there like right. It started at like 12:30 for the Best Buy pre-order stuff, and that's the one I really wanted. Because I feel like this is the maybe the last or one of the last times that you'll be able to pre-order a physical system and go pick it up in the store. Um, I feel like everything's just going to be mailed to your house or everything's just going to go to digital at some point. So you don't have that community aspect of going and standing in line or hanging out with people and getting excited about picking it up at a store. So anyway, I wanted it from Best Buy, but I ended up getting one from Walmart, which they're going to mail it to me, which it kind of but they mail it like the morning of the release. Um but I might still go to a store at midnight just to experience, maybe get some accessories or something. I don't know. I kind of want to be, because I feel like it's one of the last times this is going to happen.
Do you
Um,
think they're gonna have like a midnight opening for these consoles?
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're
for the
totally,
Switch.
yeah, they're totally going to have, but I think it's just for people who have pre-ordered it. I could be wrong. Um,
Okay,
but I
but
kind of feel
nothing's
like it
stopping you from just getting in line anyway, just to kind of hang out.
just to hang out. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I might go get an accessory or something like that, but we'll see. Um, so it
I
was,
mean,
it was interesting. There was another guy that me and him were. If anybody's in our Discord, could see the whole craziness.
yeah.
Of, what did you think of that?
I I was tucked in bed way before the fun started because Well, basically, disappointment in the reveal plus some life things caused me to not to want to forego the Switch 2 at this time. So I was like, I'm going to sleep. I'm just going to bed. And I wake up and there is, I think it was 200 some odd new messages in the Discord
I
that
didn't
to
realize it
read
was that
through.
many.
It was Joe and it was mostly Joe and one other dude. Basically going back and forth on their quests and triumph on how to get it on trying to get a Switch 2, which spoiler alert, both of them got a Switch 2. So we were 2 out of 2 of the people in the Discord who were looking for it. So congrats to them. They were able to press refresh on the webpage enough times that it worked for them, and they were able to click before everyone else could click. So good on them. Joe almost hit some catastrophe. I think he briefly mentioned, what was it, Target, that was having deal with took money off the Switch 2, right?
Yeah, yeah, that would have been
The
sweet.
promotional. Yeah,
Well,
so basically
yeah,
what happened is it wouldn't work for him.
it wouldn't let
And
me
come
check
to
out.
find out, that was like a glitch or something in Target system. And anyone who got to the checkout side had all of their pre-orders erased. So could you imagine staying up that late fighting to get that, and then you wake up and find a cancellation email?
Oh my god, I would have been so upset.
Yeah,
Well, my plan was to at least try to get it pre-ordered in two different places just in case something like that happened,
yeah.
you know. And
And
there,
it you just
yeah,
I'm sorry, you just managed the one?
I just managed the one.
Yep.
There was a possibility, I just was too tired to go do it after work, but there was a possibility that a local GameStop um, still had some pre-orders available, but you had to go to the store to pre-order it. Um, so
Oh dang.
I yeah, I didn't want to make the trek. I was so beat working, and just
Yeah.
so I'm grateful for my
So
wife who let me like take a nap when I got home.
she probably took one look at you and said, "You've got to lay down. If you don't, we got to take you to the hospital."
Pretty much.
So I don't
But
know. I don't know if you want to share it, but I just want to say, and if you don't, then it's locked on the Discord, which join if you want to see it. He was so delusional. He made I want to call it a 50s like boomer meme of himself.
oh, oh
And he looks like he's half dead. He misspelled he like misspelled it.
that was the
Uh
order.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, got it pre-order. Like I know he meant pre-ordered, but it's a complete mess, and you can tell that not a sane person made it. And,
You like the
and
sad
he
blue backdrop that I added?
Yeah, the blue, like the complete blue backdrop, you look like you have I think I said I want it, but what cost? Typeface. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's incredible. And that's kind of I bet nobody really messed with you at work today, I'm guessing, because you probably look like you were gonna kill someone if they said something just slightly wrong.
No, I mean I made it through the day fine. I had to have a lot of caffeine. Luckily,
Dang, dude.
I went to this Indian restaurant and I took a one of their like amazing sweet teas that has like mixed with cinnamon and stuff. I had one to go and I brought it to work and that I think saved me to have a little bit of caffeine.
Yeah,
Um,
so yeah,
yeah,
that's funny, dude.
yeah, it was crazy. And the guy I was watching apparently does live streams to kind of get everybody together to kind of work together, figure out what's going on, like when the pre-orders went up, when they went down, what's still open, and that was really
Hmm.
helpful. God, I wish I remember the dude's name. I put it.
Oh, also, I don't know if you wanna share this too, but the picture of your screen where you had like four windows open from different stores
Yes,
showing you, and you had the stream up of the guy live streaming trying to get himself one. Like you were deep in this thing, dude.
I was well. You didn't even see the picture of like the iPad going and the phone, and I mean, I had everything running, man. I wanted to get the guy's name is Jake Randall. If you guys ever, want to go sub that guy, but he was really helpful. Um, but yeah, so I'm grateful that I got one on pre-order. Now the hope
Hmm.
is that it actually comes.
Yep.
That's the other side of it.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, and then this other guy got one too, and he was able to get it from Best Buy, which I was like, what the heck, man? I was waiting in line forever. So
Yeah.
so when I say wait in line, what you do is you'd hit the pre-order on Best Buy and Walmart. You would hit it, and then it would put you in this waiting line. You just had to leave the website up. Like you don't refresh it, you don't do any of that stuff, and it will kick you over to the cart, I guess, when you're able to buy it. But Best Buy's crapped out on a lot of people, so you had to get back in line, wait. So I guess this
Dang.
other guy was able to get it. That just he just waited long enough, and I
I,
tried to
I
stay
would
up,
be.
but I couldn't to get another one.
Yeah. I would be very interested to look at the back end of that and just see like what they do to try to stop like bots and stuff, if they even try anything.
I mean, I think this time around for a new console release, they were trying a lot of new things. I think the wait in line feature is good actually when it works. You got to have an
Hmm.
account, and all that stuff. I think what GameStop did was interesting in terms that you had to go to the store to get some pre-orders. Because they did like you had to go to the store at first in the morning, and then later in the day they had where you can get it online.
Huh.
So, and apparently there were so many per store that could be pre-ordered. So I guess if a store had 10 or whatever, and only five of them were pre-ordered, you could still go to that store later in that day, and
Oh,
still
dang.
pre-order it. Um,
That's cool.
yeah, I think that's how it
Yeah,
works.
that's interesting because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I may be completely wrong here, but wasn't the PlayStation 5 its release just completely just taken over by bots?
Yeah.
Like, was it like? So I'm sure that they probably spent some time with this one to try to stop that.
Yes. Yes. Because it took me a while. I felt like to get a PS5, and I forget how the heck I got one. Um, I think I got it off the PlayStation's website, like straight from. Oh, and
Dang.
that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I'm still on a wait list with Nintendo to buy
Oh,
it like
dang.
directly from them, but they're supposed to email or whatever, and I haven't seen that come through. So
Now, I'm willing to bet that's probably going to be a difficult one to get because the Japanese store they had like 2.2 million people sign up.
yeah,
So I'm sure that's going to be very hard to get on that list. You have to
yes.
probably be like a Nintendo zealot.
Well, I don't think they were ready for the demand, and I'm grateful also that Nintendo didn't go and raise the price of the console because they could have.
Yeah.
So I think they are taking a hit to their profits to do what they're doing. Granted,
I
all the accessories and stuff are really expensive now.
I know you say they could have, but they couldn't have, dude. Let's be completely fair here. If they raised the price of that console by $1, people would have started rioting.
So
Like,
Tyler,
I'm sure they looked at it.
right? Well, so Tyler in the comments said they're not region locked, are they? And the long and short of it is no, they're not, except for there's a version of the Switch in Japan that's locked to only the Japanese language and region, and it's cheaper. It's I think it ends up being like $350. Um, but you it's not, it's region locked. So yeah, it was fun times. And I don't know how I have a little bit of energy to even be on the stream tonight, but
The things he does for you people.
right, all one of you that's watching right now. But so yeah, let's see. Did you want to say anything more about the Switch 2 stuff? Have you heard anything
Uh
more recently, or
no, I haven't heard anything else about it. Just I guess glad you got one. Hopefully, I'll be able to get one sometime. I feel like this is one that I'm happy with letting the dust settle. But for
Yeah.
all I know, you'll get yours in, and I'll play Mario Kart World, and I'll be like, I've gotta jump in here. So it's we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. My boss's boss actually, I was talking to him about it, and he got one pre-ordered, but he couldn't get the bundle. So he has to go buy the $80 Mario Kart game, and he
Oh,
sprung
dang.
right, and he sprung for the new Pro controller, which is really expensive now. It's like $85, I want to say.
Dang.
Yeah, it's I'm like
Dang.
I'm not doing that.
That's
Uh,
wild.
yeah. So let's see. So next we can talk about the pickups. You want to do that?
Sure, let's do pickups.
So me and Tyler, we got to hang out um this past weekend, and we went thrifting, which was pretty much a huge old fail.
Yeah. Probably some of the worst thrifting I've seen in a very long time. I don't know what went on there, but the magic the magic was slightly there in one particular instance, and not even that is something that's worthwhile. We went to how many thrift stores did we go to, dude? I want to say like what? 6?
Something like that.
We went to a good many, and I want to say maybe like 0.5% of them had something. Like there wasn't a single thing to write home about. There's one little oddity that I found that you guys are gonna see that's going to not gonna make up for the waste of time. Let's be honest here.
Right.
I got to see I think we went to some new thrift stores that would like most of them were trashed and nasty. It
Oh
was yeah,
yeah.
just not a good experience.
Yeah. What was the town we went to? Wilmington or I can't remember how you say it.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But there was like
And yeah,
nothing.
yeah, it,
Oh,
it was
we
it
went
was
to the flea
bleak.
market.
I was gonna say we went to the flea market and that was a big mistake.
That
Like
was
that
not
was
great. That reminds me, I forgot.
a
I did get a couple of things, so I'm gonna have
yeah,
to go pick those up to
yeah.
show them.
I
But
have to go downstairs and get my flea market pickups.
yeah,
Those are
I
downstairs.
just thought of that.
Yeah, no,
We
the flea market was so forgettable and something you wanted to forget that we both forgot about the stuff we got from the flea market.
there was one table that had video games, and the rest of them,
Literally one table, like
right?
one. The rest of the stuff was like trash you'd find at a Dollar Tree. Like it was.
And there were so many Ryobi power tools out there. I don't know what the heck that's all about, but everybody had Ryobi power tools in the box.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think my thirst for flea markets has been satiated for quite some time. I think I don't feel like I feel like it's not what I remember it being. Like
Right.
really, it was more people bringing stuff to do like a yard sale from their car, and this was like consumer goods
It
cheap
was
that they got like in a shipping box or something.
it
It
was
was
awful.
completely different vibe.
Yeah, I mean, so in the comments,
Yeah.
Tyler said flea markets can have those hidden gems, though, and that's true. But also, Tyler, we
Yep.
got to admit, we went there like midday. We did not wake up early. We did not like go down there at 6 in the morning, which is probably when everybody had stuff.
Yeah.
So
I I don't think it would have helped. The tables that were out there, I don't think it would have helped. And
well,
yes, Tyler, I do agree. The hidden gems are what you're out there for, but this flea market was the giant pile of crap from Jurassic Park. You can dig your hand in there all you want, but you're gonna bring out one thing and one thing only.
that was very vivid explanation of the flea market that we went to. We also got
Yeah.
semi lost trying to take a shortcut to get back to the
Yep.
car. So,
So we got to spend some time going around the seedy underbelly of the flea market.
yeah,
I told Joe at one point I was like, I feel like we were walking down something. I was like, man, I feel like John Wick should be killing people in here.
Right. Yeah, at one point we were walking, we finally made it around like this big old long building, and then this one lone car kind of pulled down to where we were at, and we're like, oh god, you know.
No, okay, okay, no. Here's the thing. No, you. So as we're walking in the middle of nowhere, like literally just sitting all by itself, just away from everything else, was a bathroom. Such a weird thing. That's all. It was just a bathroom, nothing else around it. Like literally, I would say probably about what half a football field's length from anything else.
Right, right.
Just sitting there, and here comes a lone car idling down, just going down. We're like, what's going on here? Stops right in front of the bathroom area. The dude gets out of his car and walks into the bathroom.
Just leaves this car
Just like
parked
we're just like,
right
what
there.
is going on? Yeah, leaves his car parked right there. Door still open. Like he had some demons he had to deal with, and
Well,
we weren't gonna stop him, so we just kept moving.
well, and I was planning on going. Like I was like, oh man, I need to go to the bathroom, and this guy pulls down. I'm like, I'm good. We could keep going.
Yeah,
So
no, it
so
was a creepy thing. We were like, yeah, we're gonna let the traveler do what he wants. We're not going to interfere with this. This
so
is like
so
a custom or something that we don't want to deal with.
so after to add to this, so afterwards we were like, okay, we're gonna go to this like this thrift store-ish type like vendor thing. Um, and anyway, we get to this four-way stop before we get to the store, and I see this guy over on the corner, adjacent, and he's yelling at the he's yelling at the telephone pole.
Dude, hey, Papa, just real quick, I forgot that we went here. It was so uneventful. Let me just put that in there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot, dude. I forgot that we went there.
So this guy, shirt off, by the way, and he was kind of buff. He was mostly
He was like, yeah, he was like old man strong.
right, but he was a younger dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, that's what I
he's
mean. No, he was old man strong. He was a younger guy. Like he basically, it wasn't like he worked out. It's just like he just the way he lived meant he was kind of buff.
right. So he's sitting here
Yeah.
yelling at it. We're sitting at we're the first car at this light, and luckily he's like a street over almost, and he's yelling at this telephone pole, and Tyler goes, does he have a knife? And so I'm looking at the
Yes,
guy's
I
hand.
was like,
I'm like, I don't see a knife. And what'd you say? It's like, no, it's like in a holster or
no,
something.
it's in his pants, like his waistband of his pants.
So this dude's
And Joe turns down that road, and we get a closer look, and sure enough, dude's got a massive blade in his waistband. He is walking around shirtless, hollering whatever, who knows what, to the cars that are driving by. And so we went to the antique store, and we went in there, and the guy was literally like a couple blocks up from us. So we were like, well, we might come out here, and he'll be yelling outside here.
right.
And
Oh my, the best find at that thrift store was the bathroom. Um,
yeah, no, there was absolutely nothing there. It was I completely forgot we went there, dude. I am
right.
serious.
Well, because we went there before, and there was some good stuff. Like there's one vendor booth there that had some video game things that were nice, but this time he didn't have anything. And the reason I wanted to go so badly was because I saw that he had put up a picture, the guy who had this booth, that he had the board game Mall Madness. Hear me out. For you guys who don't know, this is totally a girl's game, but I grew up in a house full of women, and my cousins were all into this, so I got really into this board game about malls. Um, and I've always wanted to like get it, like get the old version of it, but it wasn't there. I mean, technically it was there. It was the new version. I didn't want that. So anyway, I don't know how we got. Oh, because we're about to share this the junk that we picked up, but it was very uneventful, but eventful in weird ways.
Hmm. You need to find that Mall Madness game, and then we need to get together and play it on stream.
But Are you gonna wear a blonde wig if we do that?
How much money are you gonna pay me?
Is
If we're talking cash, we're talking cash. I'll put the wig on.
you're all
Why do you want me to
for it?
wear a wig, Joe? Why? No, no, you're all for it. I didn't want to win. I was just like, let's just play it and have fun. You're the one who made it weird. You're the one who's like, let's put a wig on, maybe some makeup and some lipstick too. I see you. What you doing, you freak? What are you doing here?
I'm
I just
about
want to play like a fun little board game with you.
I'm about to
And you're
die
like,
laughing.
what if you dress up like a woman, man? That'd be funny. Okay, what? Okay, cool, dude. Cool.
Wow, you took that further than I was. I just said a wig.
No, you said wig, but your eyes said a whole lot more.
Okay, stream over. See you guys.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a very crazy thrifting day. So,
Yep.
but the end of it was kind of a saving grace, right? Because
Lily would have wasted the day if we hadn't have gone here.
I got tears on my glasses. I was laughing so hard. Gotta wipe them off. Um, yeah, it was a what would you call it? Just like like a retro toy store, basically,
Yeah,
in
just a toy
Easley.
store. Yeah,
Yeah,
a toy store. It's called Cosmos Collectibles.
yes, in
Um,
Easley, South Carolina.
yeah. If anyone here is familiar with the Toy Federation, it's it's like I want to say the opposite of that in the sense that like Toy Federation is like mostly open box toys, like just all over the place, and this guy is mostly like new in like box toys.
Get carded. Um,
Yeah, caught it.
there's
Okay, I'm
yeah.
not familiar with the lingo. And he had a good mix of like newer stuff and older stuff, and his prices were actually really not bad for the stuff he had. Just for example, he had some stuff that if I were like a Star Trek nerd and I was really into that sort of collectible stuff, like he had like something there that I looked at it and my first thought was, oh, that's $400, and it was like much cheaper than that.
That
Like
whole
he
play
was
set.
fair with his prices. Yeah, that whole Migo playset. I was like, man, that is in the box. I was like, that's pretty wild. And he's only like $100 for it. I'm like, man, that is like fair to say. That is fair.
Right.
So so you walk in there and the place is small, but here's how he has his stuff set up, and I'm sure he's doing it out of pure necessity at this point, because he's got a lot of stuff apparently. Um all of his like a lot of his figures are stacked behind other figures. So you literally have to dig to find like the different collectibles and stuff. And while that is a little bit annoying, it's also kind of fun because you don't know what you're gonna find. And if you stay, the longer you stay there, the more you'll find. Pretty much is how it is. Like you'd have to spend all day to go
Yeah.
through every single one of those things.
Yeah. It was
And
it
he
was
had
definitely
them.
fun.
Yeah, he had everything like organized by like a rough theme. So, if you went into like Star Trek toy, like you could completely ignore like the Marvel stuff if you didn't care about that. It wasn't like a complete random thing, but it was. I think it was arranged pretty well and a lot of fun to look through.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at how much stuff he had because it was a
Yeah,
small store, but there was a lot of stuff there. And he was
yeah.
a really cool guy. I forget his name actually, but he's a really cool guy. We talked for a while. Um, I'll show you something he actually just gave me for free when I was there. Um, oh, and one of the pickups that Tyler has is behind him on that table, I think, that I found.
Oh, did I not? Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I'll grab
that was the
this.
best
Yeah.
find from that trash of a thrift store.
Oh my God, that place was just ga-
It was
garbage,
awful.
dude.
It was awful. Um, so yeah. Do you want to grab your other couple of things, and then I can go grab the two other things I had. Um,
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'll run and grab those.
Okay.
BRB.
All right. Um, so yeah, I think we had it was definitely a fun time going and hanging out with Tyler. Um, but it was it was the worst thrifting run I've ever had. And typically I can find some things, but not that time. But yeah, so let me see what else we got going on here. One of the things I'll show you while I'm waiting on Tyler is we went to this one thrift store kind of near Anderson, and they had this Bucky's beaver plush for like $2. Um, I've never been to Bucky's, but I would like to go. I know that one of my coworkers is always talking about, man, you got to go to Bucky's, you got to go to Bucky's, you got to go to Bucky's. I haven't been yet, but this thing was pretty clean. If you can see here, I thought he'd be worth a little bit more, but I think it's worth like about $20 or so. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Somebody might have wrote their name on the tag, but that's about it. So yeah, $2 for that guy. Um, I'll wait for Tyler to get back so he can show some of his other things. But the other thing that we're trying to do is pick out a game and do like a playthrough with people who watch the stream, so we could all maybe talk about it next time around. So right now we're playing what is it? I go every time I drive down to Florida. Oh, do you? Do you? I hear it's really amazing, and I hear they pay really well to work there. Like I think a manager makes like 100K plus. Um, so yeah, that would be a neat place to go. And I hear there's like just food everywhere, and there's like tons of people in there, and I think there's one up in North Carolina also. But anyway, yeah, the community play thing. Um, we'll get into that after we share our stuff, our finds. But I think it'll be neat if we can all kind of play a game together and talk about it. So I
All right,
showed you
I'm
one
back.
thing while you were gone. Is this little
Oh, the
Bucky's
Bucky.
plush? Yeah,
I should have
um,
grabbed him.
yeah, $2. Well, so this one thrift store we went to where I got this, Tyler probably got the most valuable, potentially valuable figure on the
Yeah.
face of the earth. I'm talking, how much did potentially could that thing be worth?
So I think the guy was joking,
Still,
but I did see somebody mention that a figure like this sold at Sotheby's for $15,000. Speaking of that thrift store, I have to go back downstairs. I forgot something.
oh man. Okay, well here. Yeah, he saw this thing on the shelf, and I missed it. I don't want to give it away. I'll let him share it, but it's a pretty interesting find. So I shouldn't say our whole thrift adventure was without some treasures, but it was just the weirdest. It was the weirdest like thrifting day that we've had. Um, this was one on I-75 and I-95. Okay, maybe I can just make it. I don't know. I don't know if a day trip's worth it to go to a Bucky's, but that seems pretty far.
I'll just go ahead and show it off because it's big.
Oh, your
So
camera
yeah, the
went.
first thrift store we went to is
Your
is
camera
literally
went
the only
potato.
thrift store. Are you serious? Come on,
There,
man.
no, 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 it's good. It's good. It's good. It's zoomed in or whatever. It's good.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, yeah.
I. Okay. This. All right. So the first thrift store we went to is probably the only thrift store that had like decent stuff.
Right.
This I got. It is an Optimus Professional Series VHS player.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Now, Joe looked at this and just went, "Huh, it's a tape player." But
I
this
did.
is like a nice VCR. It is nice.
So what makes it
And
nice?
so it's got some oh, what's the word? Basically, it's got some nice components in it, and it's got I don't know what to say. It was an expensive at the time VCR, and what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a track system or
Something, yeah, something like that, dude. I looked up very briefly when we were driving, but I can't for the life of me remember now. Oh, that's some white gears in there. Probably got to lubricate those. Let's be honest here. Ooh, yeah, probably got to do that. But yeah, no, a nice VCR.
oh
It was
flip down
like
the front thing. You know what I'm talking about? The control panel?
yeah.
Show that off, yeah. So that's kind of neat, the little flip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ain't that nice? It is so cool. And I am so glad to have it because all my other VHS players are like the plastic trash ones that you
Oh,
find all the
okay.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is like the only like nice VCR that I have, and I've already used it. It works really well.
I have a really nice Sony one, and that thing, it rewinds
Yeah.
so fast. I'm afraid it's going to rip the tape off the spindle. Like,
Dang, dude.
um, well, here,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
you show up another thing. I'm gonna go find these couple other things. I need to pick up.
Okay. So this one I got at it was a thrift store. Let's see. Uh this is a find that we got at that they called it a thrift store, but it's actually it was a trash pile. Like literally it was, I don't know. I bet if the fire marshal went in there, he would have shut it down. Like it was bad. It was bad in there, dude. Um Something I've never seen in the wild before until now. Uh 5 1/4 inch dual density floppy disks, 2 boxes of them. Now they're not full. There's like 7 disks between them. Each one of these had 225 on it, but the woman charged me $5 for both of them.
Oh,
And I wanted
oh,
out of
okay.
there. I wanted out of there, so I was just like, "That's fine. Let's just get this transaction over and go." Because it stunk in there. It was bad in there. I don't think I'm ever gonna go
Yeah,
back to that place. Yeah, nasty.
yeah. So,
All right, so
so I'll share the. So this is from the flea market, the only booth vendor or whatever they're out there that has some good stuff. So they have this Animal Crossing card that I forget. Oh, it's an e-reader card on this little promotional slip. Oh, I forgot that my camera does this
mhm.
weird thing. I got to turn that off when I'm sharing my stuff. Let's see. Camera, center stage off. There we go. So yeah, it's a GameCube. I think it came in a magazine, little promotional item so that you could. I don't know exactly. I think it adds like clothes or I don't know something to the clothes, maybe a pattern. Um, but anyway, it has this little NES Link e-reader card on it. And I forgot what I got. I think I got this for like $5. But I thought it was neat. I had to pick that up. Nothing on the back, but
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah. So you want to go? Did, did
Uh,
you get anything? You got stuff from the flea market, right?
yep, yep. All right, so let's see here. Uh, yeah. So this all came from the same dude. Now I didn't want to say this when I was there, but I believe I saw this same exact stuff when I went to the Pickens flea market. Uh, so I think he went to Pickens flea and then took his stuff over to the other one.
Oh, okay.
And this is one of the places that I went to that I was like, I'll check it out on my way back, and I got lost. Pickens flea market, much much better than the one we went to. Just by the way, they
Right.
had a lot of game stuff up there. Okay, so let me show off this classic. This is only $5. It's a pretty good deal for this. An NES Max.
Nice.
So now I finally have one again. I traded. I think I gave Joe mine. I traded mine to him for some reason, and I regretted it ever since. So now I have one again.
I forget why even.
Yeah, I don't. I can't remember. Can I show off another controller that I got from him,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
do you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to?
No, no, go for it.
Okay, I got this classic quick shot controller for the NES. Everyone knows and loves this guy.
That
You
that
got the
is
two buttons on
the
top.
best for Captain Skyhawk.
Yep, a classic controller, classic third-party controller. We love it, don't we, folks? We love it. And finally, this one. So, just a little backstory. I already have one of these, but just one. And I got it at a yard sale for a quarter, like 15 years ago. So that was pretty good, and I've got a lot of use out of it. This is a Super Pad 64. It is a
Yes.
N64 controller that's got a much more comfortable, in my opinion, controller layout than what they have for the OG N64. And it actually feels really good. Like the buttons on it are really great, and a lot better gaming can be done with this thing than which, in my opinion. It feels more like a modern controller.
Did you see the Macho Nacho video about the new stick replacement for the N64 controllers?
I didn't watch all of it, but yeah, it's like you take your one out and you pop that one in.
Right. You know how much it costs?
Oh, I'm sure it's expensive. Like people who do that kind of stuff, they charge an arm and a leg for it.
If you had to guess, what would you
I want to
guess?
say $150.
Right. It's basically like $150, something
Yeah,
like that.
you
Ridiculous.
need
I'm
to
like,
look it up. There's a guy who handmade like controller stick replacements for
oh
the
wow.
N64 controllers, and like people who like do speed running and play competitively on the N64. I know that sounds crazy, but there's people who do it. Uh, they loved his stuff. Like his stuff was incredible. Like
Yeah.
but the guy is like so hard to deal with, and he's like so dramatic. So it's like people want his stuff, but it's
Right.
but he's hard to deal with. So it's kind of like that dude in Seinfeld, who I don't know if you can say his name anymore on YouTube. But people loved his soup so much, but if you say the wrong thing, he kicks you out.
Okay.
That guy.
Yeah, those I so my thing would be just buy what you bought. That fixes it right
Yeah,
there, you know.
yeah, yeah. But you see, I understand the people who want the total fidelity of the time and want the OG controller. I understand that, but I don't understand it to $150 degree. Like
I wonder,
let's be serious
could you
here.
take the stick out of that thing and put it in a
No, I don't think you can.
okay. So speaking of controllers, the same vendor, I picked up this guy,
Now
which is
that is interesting.
it's a Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn controller. It has both plugs on it here. See the Genesis, which I'm assuming I could use that on the Master System, maybe I don't know.
I'm
And
sure
then
you could.
that's the Saturn. So I tried this out the other day. I played a Darius, which is like the sideways shooter, and it worked pretty good. The little analog stick made that game a lot more responsive, and it. I don't think I got a great deal. Like I think I paid $20 for this, and they go for about 30 online. But I was
No, that's
excited
still
about
pretty
this.
good.
Yeah, I needed another Saturn controller. I have like a wireless one,
Hmm.
but my wired ones are the original ones, and those wires are getting really stiff now. And those controllers are
Oh
just
no.
yeah, it's just the plastic that they
Yeah.
used. So
So did you
that's
try it
okay.
on the Genesis?
I have not tried it on the Genesis yet. I gotta.
I'm just curious if the analog stick works on the Genesis.
That's a very good point, actually. We will see.
Okay.
Figure out where to put my Bucky. Um,
Just throw him, he's fine.
right, right. You want to go next?
Yeah, let me show off the let's see. What do I want to show off now? I'll show these two things off. So these are two things that I got. I went to an antique store in Gainesville. I've been I've been looking for stuff all week, and Joe only has one of these, I think. So of course I got this guy. I couldn't leave him.
Nice.
Just a classic little Mario figurine from
That's way better
19.
shape than mine, man.
Let's see, what is it? 1990,
89.
1989.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't drop him. He was $8. That's about what they go for online. But I was like, I'm picking him up. I gotta get him.
Right.
He'll go right there. All right. And this, I let me know if you've seen this. I don't think I showed it to you. I
Okay.
got this.
Oh no, I have not seen this. Oh, that's sick, dude.
So this now, this is cool enough on its own. But when I saw this, I had to pick it up. I love this kind of stuff. It is a Pizza Hut
Oh, it's
promotional
Pizza Hut.
glass.
What?
A
Those
Pizza
cross
Hut
promotional
ET glass.
things.
How? Yeah, how of the time would this be? Could this be?
That sends
It's
me
so
back to
cool.
going
I
into like
love
the
it, dude.
buffet, for Pizza
Right?
Hut, and or those personal pan pizzas
Oh my god. Yeah.
from the book club.
Little trivia that the Pizza Hut buffets, which come on, that is of a time too, man. How awesome is the Pizza Hut buffet? But back in the day, the number one purchaser of kale was Pizza Hut for the decorations on their buffets. Because people just want eating kale at the time.
Yeah.
So people were using kale as decoration at buffets. Like I think and this is probably going to be a very trite thing to say because of all the stuff you can do. But if I could go in a time machine and I could just go back to any period, I really do think I would go back to like I don't know, 91, 87, somewhere around there and just go to some buffets. I just
Do
I just want to go there. I want to go to where like it smells of smoke so badly. Like I just want to just breathe that in for a minute.
do you remember the Wendy's buffet?
No, I'm too young for the Wendy's buffet. I
The-
missed out
well,
on Wendy's buffet.
well, I should say it was a salad bar. I think, and they had some other weird
Yeah.
stuff in it. But yeah, I remember going. My grandmother would take me and my sister, because she would work. My mom was working.
Yep.
Raised by a single mom, and so we'd go out to places like that. Because they were just slap tired. They didn't want to have to cook after work. So yeah, we went to these Wendy's buffets. But I remember those things. They also had like that sunroom in the front of the Wendy's. You know what I'm talking about? Like had
The sunroom, dude.
just
Man,
just
it's
awesome.
so interesting. Yeah, I think I had the opportunity to go to a windy sunroom exactly once. But I've been to a windy sunroom many, many times because in Easley, South Carolina, is it still there? I think it might still be there. The Chinese buffet. It's called the King China.
Oh,
It's
I
right
don't
beside
know.
McDonald's.
I've never. Oh,
So
I don't know if it's still there, but
so that used to be a Wendy's, if it's still there.
oh,
That
good.
used to be a Wendy's, and they had the sunroom still for the longest time. I don't know if they got rid of it or not, but they had a sunroom from Wendy's that you could go in and sit and eat Chinese food.
Dude, if it's still there, I want to go just because of
I'm
that.
I'm looking I'm looking it up right now.
I have to go for that. Um, well, while you're looking that up, I guess. So I picked up this. We're picking up AV things here. I picked up this crazy. I don't even know how you say it. It's a all right, alrighty, all right. I don't know. DVD player, CD player. Let me see if I can get it up here. So it has DVD, VCDs, SVCD, CDs, and MP3 player. Uh, I got it because of all those various disc formats that it supports, and probably some newer thing would play all that, but this was just kind of neat. But it does have optical, which is good to have out of a CD player, and S video. Um, yeah, and I don't know what it has the Sony Philips digital interface, but in coax form, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. So,
Yeah.
have you seen that before? Let me see if I can get up here. Here we go for you. But so yeah, it's like a coax version of
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that before, but I don't. Yeah, I
I
never
don't know
used
how
it.
you hook that up, but anyway, that was one of my finds. All right, so what you got, Tyler?
Okay, next. Let's see. I guess I'll show the thing that might be worth $15,000.
Yeah, this give us some like tell us about what you're about to show us. Some history,
Okay,
maybe.
so what little things I can find. So basically, this is at the same thrift store I got the VCR at, the only thrift store that was worth a crap that day. And this is just sitting on the shelf, just sitting there, with the toys. And Joe said he never goes down that aisle anymore, but I go down the aisles. I look, and so I picked this guy up, and it instantly said something to me that this is weird, right? And I start looking at it, and there's something missing on it. I'm gonna show it to you, and I want you to guess to see what you can tell. If you can tell what's missing on it. So this is a Internet Security Systems Sensor X, uh, in power to protect action figure. So he's a very cool dude. He's got the Internet Security Systems shirt on. He's got a skateboard. He's got a hat. Now the hat fell off his head, in the past like 20 years, because this
Killer
thing came out.
shoes.
This thing was released in 2001. Yep, killer shoes. It's a little bit yellowed, but that's okay. There's a very very early 2000s like webcomic looking thing on the back of it, and little thing there. You'll know. Yeah, this makes me think of like early Neopets. Uh, hey, Home Bop, you didn't miss a whole lot. We just, talked about the Switch, and now we're showing off our finds. You'd probably be interested in this Sensor X Internet Systems action figure. Uh, no barcode on it. So that was my first notice of like, okay, this thing is weird, but it's really weird. So I of course buy it. I couldn't put it down because I'm in IT and like security and stuff. So an
Right.
internet security system action figure, this speaks to me in a very weird way.
When was that made?
So when was it made?
Yeah, does it have the year?
Uh yeah, 2001.
2001. All right, so that's the
Yep.
time period. Put your headspace there. We just made it through Y2K.
Yep, just made through Y2K. The internet boom. I don't think the dot com bubble had not quite burst yet, or did it burst? I can't quite remember when that happened. Was it like
I
late 90s when that happened?
I don't remember.
Anyway, so it was still the time of mystery and intrigue at that time. Back when the internet was cool. So some of the pad you're contacting your friendly neighborhood ISS superhero, and it's got the phone number for ISS and the and ISS.net. Just so it's like it's weird. So I go and I start googling, Sensor X action figure, start looking these things up, and I can't find anything at all about this thing. Like literally, there is nothing about this thing at all anywhere. And like it was even hard to find much information about this ISS company, Internet Security
Right.
Systems. So I searched for a good few minutes, and I finally found a Facebook page. All right, now this is wild. Okay, a Facebook page for the Internet Security Systems company. So this Facebook page is filled with just people who used to work there, like older people. So basically, every other post was just a post talking about someone who recently died who worked there. Like that's kind of what the vibe was of the page. And turns out ISS was a company that IBM had bought, and the ISS like the ISS brand or facility finally shut down in 2024. But I'm guessing it may have not been doing much at all for a few years because I've never heard of it. I've
Right.
never heard of it. Like I can't even tell you what they did. I have to look them up. I really do. I really have to find out more about this company. I need to do some research on this. So anyway, I'm on that Facebook page going like, "What is this? What is this?" And then all of a sudden, I see pictures of these action figures, right? But not these not him in particular. Different looking ones. Like there's some women ones. There's some like different guys. There's a guy who has like a very early 2000s like a beanie hat type thing. Just a lot of different ones, a lot of different variations. And people on there, they were arguing over how many different variations there were. Some said 15, others said 20. Like it was unclear. It was unclear. And as I read further, I finally got the answer I was looking for to what these weird things were. Okay? And why they're semi sought after by a small amount of people. These were handed out at trade shows, like tech trade shows back in the day, 20 years ago. So you know when you go to a booth at a place and they hand you like a lanyard, oh here's a CrowdStrike lanyard, here's like a whistle for CrowdStrike, whistle for that kind of junk.
Right.
These fools were handing out full action figures to people. And apparently, these action figures, yeah, swag, of course, home. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah, the swag. The swag these people came out were legitimately made action figures of their company with a stupid little comic on the back of it. And and the name of the bad guy on its name is Black Hat, by the way. Um
And he doesn't
so
have a hat on.
basically, no, he doesn't. No, he does. He does.
Oh,
He
he
has a
does?
hat.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay, so anyway, that is not the point. So anyway, they had these things at trade shows, and these things got so popular, it became a requirement to sit through their talk before you got this action figure, and people would sit through the talk just to get the action figure. People wanted these things. So basically, the people there, they I didn't get. I need to post this there. I need to go on there and post this and ask the people some questions about it because I'm just curious. But from what I was able to glean, they only made about 2,000 of these, like total. It's unclear how many different versions of these were made. Because there wasn't much like quality control like that sort of thing. They didn't make them in sets. They just made them and shipped them pretty much.
right.
Um, and one guy on there, and I don't know how true this is, one of the guys on there said that one of these sold at the Sotheby's auction for $15,000.
Which
Now,
one? Do
I
you know
don't
which one it
believe
was?
that. I'm literally just reading a post of some crazy man on Facebook. So,
Okay.
so I don't know what to believe, but it's definitely something I'm going to look into to see the collector's value of this thing. And
If
if it goes for over 500, I'll have to part with it.
if that thing is anywhere near $15,000, you have found the best freaking pickup
Yeah.
of all time. Because you paid
Oh
how
yeah.
much
No.
for it? Show the price tag on that thing.
Okay, so the price tag is 195, but it was a hard goods sale, so it was like $1.20,
Oh, you get it for
something
cheaper?
like that.
What?
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, it was on sale.
Wow, I didn't realize you got it for
So
cheaper.
yeah, this thing is really cool, and it's threw me down a rabbit hole. I actually brought this into the Cosmos Collectibles and showed it to him, and the dude was like, this guy deals in action figures,
Right.
like that's his job, and he still was like, no, I've never seen something like that before. So yeah, this is a unique piece by all measures, a unique piece. If it's like unique in and it's worth some money to some people, it can be more unique to them than me because I'm not that keen on holding on to it. But if it's worth like $40, I'm gonna keep it because it's cool. It's neat.
Right. That's a
It's just
really that's a
a
really neat
little a
find.
little oddity from the early 2000s, back when like all this stuff was crazy, dude. Like
That
the
I'm so
craziest thing.
surprised you got that.
Yeah, yeah. You can say jealous.
I am. I am jealous.
Okay.
And it's rare that I'm jealous of something you've picked up.
Yeah.
But so okay, I'm really gonna take this down a full octave in my next find. Um, Rainbow Six Lockdown on the OG Xbox. Uh, got it for 195. Now there was another like shoot 'em up game like this that I picked up, and I don't even remember what it is. But it was an Xbox game, and the reason I don't remember is I opened it up outside, luckily, and it was
It
full of
was
like roach like dead roach. Like there was a dead roach, and there was like roach eggs all like laid into it,
Dead roaches, eggs.
and the disc itself had burnt in roach egg residue. So anyway, all that to say, that's in the trash
Yeah, covered in
outside.
roaches. It was army of two, and you forgot
Oh,
to
that's
mention
right.
the grossest one of the grossest things. The
Oh,
the
oh,
instruction
oh.
manual was a brick. So like this thing had been dunked in some liquid for some time at one point.
Yeah, it was. And the problem with this one thrift store is they tape it and they so you can't open. You're not supposed to open it at least. But from here on out, I am opening them before I buy them. So I only wasted like $2 on it. But I thought this Rainbow Six um, lockdown was a good find. So um,
Yeah.
You want to go next? You seem to have like the best
Uh,
stories with yours. Or do you want me to do another one of mine?
Hold on. Let's see. How much more stuff you got?
I have 6 or 7 more things.
Okay. Yeah, I am rapidly running out here. So
You want
let's
me
see.
to go or
I've got 3 more items. So if you want to throw another one out there,
okay? So the next set of this stuff here is all the stuff we got from that toy store. What was it called again?
Cosmos Collectibles in Easley, South Carolina.
Cosmos Collectibles. So when I was in there, he had okay,
Tell him Joe sent you, and he'll just look at you weird.
right. Who?
Yeah.
Um, he had some magazines in there, and I was kind of looking for gaming stuff, and I said, "Hey, you got any gaming magazines?" He's like, "You know what? I got one in the back." And he went in the back and he grabbed this one here. Um, so this Game Informer Blue Dragon that has plus the Metal Gear Solid preview for portable ops. And he said, "Here you go. You can just have this. It's been in my back room for like months, and I don't want it." I was like, "Really?" Like, yeah, you can have it. I mean, it has this really cool like Lost Planet thing on the back. Um, so anyway, I was like, "Wow, really? Thanks. I mean, for free, I'll take
Yeah.
it." Um, and I'll do another one so we can kind of even it out here.
Yep.
Uh, I, so I saw this. I've seen this up at the Toy Federation, these type of action figures and stuff before, but I saw this one and I said, "Okay, so don't say anything, Tyler." And people who watching in the stream, what does it say? Do you know macOS has a called voiceover? Sorry, if you don't support Macs, so guys, okay, so Home Pup in the stream said, "Do you know that Mac OS has a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver? If you set up Macs and you don't like when you first open them up and you don't touch it for a minute, it'll say that." And so everybody who supports Macs knows that's a thing. And so Home Pup found a T-shirt that says that on it, and he was wearing it in one of our meetings. I was like, "That's the best T-shirt ever." Um,
That's pretty
anyways,
awesome.
yeah, that's threw me off of my so okay. So anybody in the stream, about to show this figure that I got, this action figure. Tell me who you think this is. Who do you think this action figure is from Independence Day? If I could,
Yep. Everybody sound off. This is very important. Like, I'm
who
serious. This is a very important thing. You have
who,
to sound off on this.
who is this from Independence Day? Anybody? Oh my gosh.
What did Home Pup say? What did Home Pup say, Joe?
He said
So
Will he hold on. He said Will Smith with a question mark.
now hold on. I'll contend. He is saying that with a question mark because he's like, I'm so certain it's Will Smith, but the way you guys are opening this, it's not. So I'm gonna be weird about it. Is that right, Home Pup? Am I hitting there?
Let's see what he says. He's got to wait for the stream to catch up so he can see it.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, good read. Okay, so that's it. That's exactly it. So this fool, sees
so
I.
I see this thing and I'm like, who's this guy? It says it right here, but I'm like, who is this guy? Because it does, to me, that does not look like Will Smith. I'm like, it's some other extra or something, some random person. Because dude, that is not Will Smith. I mean, come on, that does not look like Will Smith to me. So anyway, the the so do you want to tell your version of it?
No, that's exactly it. No, that fool just was sitting there, just like looking at it and like looking at the thing. Who is this from Independence Day? Who is this? Who could this possibly be?
Right.
And the guy who owns Cosmos Collectibles was like, he was like literally like taken aback. He was like, "This Will Smith," and Joe went, "Oh,
Well, I mean, I mean, come on, that does not look like Will Smith, man.
that's Will Smith, dude."
My camera's like all backwards, so I can't like. Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway, I thought it was neat because it comes with this floppy disk. It's like
yeah.
number 5 of I don't know how many.
So yeah,
Uh,
what's cool about those action figures is when you buy the action figures, and they're really like coolly, like awesomely kitted out action figures too. Like you
oh
get a
yeah,
lot of accessories. There's a lot of stuff to go with them,
got like a
and like
bazooka.
every single one of those that I've seen has like cool stuff with them. And they have one of the aliens. They look really nice.
Machine gun,
That'd be a neat,
pistol, cover, vest,
yeah.
backpack, flight helmet.
That would be a cool thing to get the full set of. And not only do they do that, you get a floppy disk that you could put in your computer, I think it's a Windows 3.1 computer, and it's a little game that's themed around Mission Impossible. Yeah, yeah. Who the hell is that?
Uh,
So anyway, Joe had to buy it because he felt so embarrassed. So he bought it
that's
to
why
get
I
it out
got
of
it.
there. Yeah.
That's why I got it. But like, look at all these
But
dang,
yeah, there's all kinds of neat stuff for that.
all these figures you could get. Anyway, I'm happy to have picked up the weird Will Smith.
Which is Will Smith. Um anyway. All right, how many you got left, dude?
Uh, 5.
Okay, I have 3 left, so maybe I'll show off one of mine.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this action figure, so this guy had a lot of action figures, and what's cool about the guy who runs Cosmos, he's very candid. So he'll tell you how it is. And so basically, Joe's peering over the shelf, looking at the bottom of the rack of the back of the guy's like counter, and the guy just told him straight up, says, "All this is a junk. It's just like junk overstock that I don't care about, pretty much." And on one of those shelves, what a small collection of Alias action figures from the TV show Alias. And just like I was just like who I just said out loud, who in the world wanted Alias action figures? And he said nobody. And I laughed and I said, well, all you got to do is just wait for the Alias superfan to come in and he'll wipe you out. And he goes, they don't exist. So anyway, I say that to say, this is probably one of those figures that goes into that like who cares territory. But I got him because I have kind of a nostalgia for the movie, because I watched it at a very weird specific time. And once again, nobody wants this figure. Nobody wanted this figure. I got him really cheap. This is an action figure of Dr. Sid from Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
The movie.
That the movie, the Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie that nobody liked, that bombed, that I think shut down a studio, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it did. And a character that nobody really cares about. I think he's the old doctor, like nobody cares about him, but I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing, and he wanted $7 for it. So I was like, I've gotten stupider things. And I've spent more money on stupider things for my collection. I'll go ahead and pick him up. I'll free him from the toy store. There ain't no telling how long he's been sitting there.
Right.
So I
And
freed him.
I was kind of interested in that because I mean I watched that movie and I semi enjoyed it. I mean, but it wasn't great. Um.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so same thing behind the counter. Guys, like this is junk stuff, but I thought this was really cool. So if you guys remember Gargoyles at all, this is you know, the Disney Gargoyles show, but it's Sega Genesis box here, right? And inside is you get this like really crazy looking Goliath figure, which I got all these lights in here, so it's really hard to see him.
Yeah, you literally cannot see him at all.
Right? He's got this huge, like, movable, posable feet, the different head, and everything. But this is a better. That's a picture of it posed. It just looks super crazy. Um, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And I like, dude, I was like, I gotta pick this up. Because I'm Sega
Flip the
Genesis
box
guy,
around. Show him how big that box is. It is like pretty. It's a big figure.
right?
It is
Like, here's
pretty
my.
massive, dude.
I have a pretty big head, so if, but anyway, but I just like that this it had the Sega Genesis looking, you know, artwork on it. Um, here's the back. I'm halfway thinking about taking this guy out of this box and like putting him somewhere. Apparently, there's another version of this that looks more cartoony, like the show, um, which would be neat to come across. But this wasn't too bad. It was like I think it was like $30, you know, which isn't bad for something like in a big old box like this at this size. So you know, I'm excited about this because I'm a you know I watched Gargoyles as a kid. It was just
Yep.
a great show. Um, and I guess they didn't they. I guess they brought out the game again recently, and I think that's from that re-release of
I
the
believe they
game.
did. I
Yeah, I
believe they did.
think that's what it's from. But
All
anyway,
right.
thought this was neat.
Yep. I'm down to two. So how many you got?
Well, I can go to the next one. I got four more. So,
Which one of us has the coolest like thing to finish on?
mm,
I think I do. I think I do.
okay. So you want to go? You want to go completely last?
The you know what is gonna go last.
I don't know if I remember now, but I know what it is. Okay, yeah, you definitely need to go last.
Okay.
Um, so okay, I picked up this Earthworm gem figure, and let's see, what's her name? Sorry, that's actually her name.
I almost picked that up. I almost picked that up. That
Pr-
thing is so cool.
Princess, what's her name from Earthworm Jim?
Now,
I
what's
just
cool about that?
yeah, go
That
ahead.
is an actual from the '90s figure. Like,
Right.
not one of these reproduction things. It is like an actual old figure.
I don't know if it'll I don't know if it'll pick it up here, but see it says 1994 is when this was released. But just like look at all the fun artwork on the back. It has like this whole cutout card of like her story. I wish I could have gotten like some of these other guys, like the Earthworm Jim and all the other action figures. He didn't have a lot of video game um figures, but he had a few. And so I, you know, I had to pick this one up. I had to pick it up. Um so I got three more. And you have what, two more?
I have two more.
Okay, let me do
So you may
one.
just show. Okay.
Yeah, let me do one more, and then you can show one. Then I'll have two, and then you'll be last. Right. So
Okay.
this is not from the same store. I got some more stuff from the same store, but anyway, I got an Amazon box. All right, you go. No,
You are so funny. Like you need to do stand up or something. You are
I
so. You are
should.
so.
I
You are so funny. You are
I
so funny.
I crack myself up. Um,
I'm laughing.
I'm laughing. I had to pick this up. It's the Final Fantasy VII remake. Just the Ultima. book about everything Final Fantasy VII Remake. I believe this
What?
was like 17, 15. It was really cheap on Amazon, so I had to get this, man. Let me show the
That's
back.
awesome.
It has, like the planning materials, the soundtrack information, key visuals, just an awesome, awesome book. I have
Dang, and
myself
it
a.
was 17 on Amazon.
It was something like it was real cheap, yeah. And I was like, dude, I gotta
Yeah,
get.
it
I,
just
I
says
could
it
be
says on the
wrong, but
back it's 40. It says it's 40 on the back. That's pretty good. Pretty good
yeah,
deal.
yeah, it does. Yeah, I didn't even catch that, but yeah, um, but it's pretty thick, and I just opened it, so I got it like about a week ago. It's just been sitting in the box for me to show off here. So I'm looking forward to opening this up. I think opening this up and actually look through it.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah.
That's really cool.
All right, your turn.
Okay, so I'll show another one. Now this one's another thing that I got. Not really cool in a way, but when I was younger, I played the NES game. I played the NES game so much. One of the few NES games that I've actually like played all the way through and beat like multiple times. I had so much fun with it. And I saw this guy and I was like, okay, I gotta grab him. Very unfortunate that it's not like any of the important ones, but I'll take what I can get. It is the Fodder Storm Toad Troopers from the game, from the very short-lived cartoon.
That's
He
awesome.
looks awesome. Look at those eyes. Very good detail. It looks really cool. They've got the same color, like gut, they look very, very good, very accurate of what they look like in the game and cartoon. This one is comes from 2017, so it's not like old old. If it was old old, you'd be able to tell. It would look like crap. Uh
Right?
oh, check this out. Check this out, dude. Adult collectible. This is not a toy.
Oh, oh, there we
So
go. Yep.
this is for me. This is for adults.
What's on the back?
Let's see on the back here. It's just kind of shows all the ones you can get. I'd love to get Bucky O'Hare, but
I
you
like the
can
little
take what you can get.
cartoon,
Yeah,
like
they
the
got a
comic
little
book. Yeah,
cartoon of it. I think yeah, like a comic book thing. I'd love to get Deadeye Duck. Deadeye Duck is so cool. I like the four arms that he's got.
that's
Yeah,
neat,
but
man.
no, that would be yeah. I that's cool. Uh, yeah. So that's about it for that one.
All right, so excuse me. So as a kid, I I really was into the X-Men and X-Men action figures. I remember going to KB Toys and getting action figures all the time. That was the one thing my mom would like. She would go in debt buying us dang action figures when she could. So every time we'd go to the mall, she would try to get us one action figure, and I didn't realize till later in life she was like, she couldn't really afford that, but she just wanted to get her kids stuff. So anyway, they had this Magneto action figure in the box, of his, like, I don't know what this is, the car, and it looks like he can flip a dang magnet out at something, and I don't know, like I kind of want to take it out of all of its like housing and try it out, but it's like all packed in there. Everything's in there, you know. Um, so I don't know if you're a big X
Yeah.
Men person at all, Tyler, but I this is like the series I watched all the
Now
time.
I never like literally most comic book stuff I never really got into.
A lot
Now
of those
have you
metallic
opened up and checked to make sure that it has all of its discs and stuff?
I haven't. I haven't. It might not, but I primarily got it because of the box, and it was so like this stuff was so reasonably priced. Now, I guess this stuff isn't worth a whole lot either, so that's why it was reasonably priced. But for me, it was, I'm buying nostalgia. Like, I had to pick this up, but this isn't my favorite one that I got. This next one here, I actually had this as a kid. This Wolverine combat cave with like the little twirly um death spiral. I don't know what this, like, pokies and like, I don't know what you call that. What was it, say sphere? or no, sharpen Wolverine's combat skills. There we go. The
Yep.
danger room, and the
The
wall like comes off, and it's just
Wolverine's training sphere, the training cage for Wolverine.
it was so cool because see that little like almost like Rock'em Sock'em Robot style lever at the bottom. You could like turn them, and anyway, it's just it was. I played with this exact thing when I was a kid, so I was like, dude, I had to pick this up. I think it was like $15 for this thing.
Yeah.
And look at it. It looks like it is so
You should
clean.
make you should make a video of you bump that thing open and playing with it.
It's just so
Sure,
clean.
that'll be interesting to some people.
The only thing that's a little messed up is like I guess a price tag was here at some point and it got ripped off. Um,
Yeah.
but besides that, it's really neat. So anyway, that was probably one of my favorite things that I had found. So all right. So last but not least,
All right. Is that okay? That's it for you.
yep.
All right. So here it is. This is my big find of the whole catastrophe that we went through. Uh, this is pretty cool. This is like kind of in my Q zone of the kind of stuff that I'm interested in collecting. I love like the janky collectibles of video games. That is like kind of my thing. And these are amongst some of the jankiest. It is a video game superstars Resident Evil action figure, steel, complete, everything in very good shape,
So sweet
no
looking, dude.
yellowing or nothing. Good old Jill Valentine, um, with a giant nasty spider. Just look at that artwork. Look at how cool that is.
The card
Um,
part of that is just amazing too, man.
yeah,
Versus
it's in
Resident
real good
Evil.
shape. I'm yeah, kind of scared to touch it. You get some details about Jill. You get to see some things, and you can get the rest of the set here. It'd be cool to get all of them, but I really seriously doubt
Oh,
I'm going
dude,
to
I
get
didn't
all of them.
notice the stuff on the back. We put that back up
Oh
there.
yeah,
The other what are the other figures?
let's
Oh,
see. You got
I
Chris, Jill.
might have to pull it
Let's
back a
see who
little
else is
bit for it
there.
to focus.
Yeah, you have an 8-inch Tyrant, a Chimera,
It's a
and just some
werewolf.
zombies.
Look
That's a
like a dang.
Tyrant.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, dude, that's so cool.
How neat is that, dude? How cool?
Wait, so
How
put that
cool
back.
is that?
Sorry, I'm still interested. Put it back up there. What can it do there with a spider? It looks like it
It
could
can
throw
shoot.
something.
Let's see. What does it say here? Rocket launcher shoots rocket projectile. Pull down lever on Jill's back to raise her left arm and turn her head to the left. Hit web spinner's head to activate spider attack. Oh, so
Oh, that's cool. So if you hit it with a rocket launcher, it would like pop open something. That's
uh
neat.
yeah, and it pops open and shoots out a web.
Oh,
How
that's
cool is
cool,
that?
man. That's
That's
so
cool.
cool.
I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it and play with it now.
Do it.
Nope, nope. So that goes that really, like, when I saw it, I was like, that's really gonna go along with a figure that I got. Did I get it at last year's game exchange or the year before?
I don't know because you get the Half Life thing, right?
No, I got Half Life the first year.
Okay,
So yeah, I think I got this one.
maybe it was the second year.
Yeah, the second
Speaking
year.
of which, I got to edit
Let's
that
see.
video from last year. Uh,
I got the Video Game Superstars Tomb Raider. So they're sitting beside each other now. Look at how janky Lara
right?
Croft
It's
looks.
just so messed up. Like,
I love it. I love it so much. This is kind of what I like to. I like this kind of stuff. I like the weird of the time, like, I don't know, like the Mario shower curtains and just the ephemera that comes out of that. It's
right.
just kind of neat to me.
So yeah, I mean that's all of our pickups from the past week or so. We always like showing that stuff off. I feel like one day we should just do a pickups only stream.
Yeah,
Um, maybe after the Southeast Game Exchange or something, we should do a live stream of the things that we've gotten from
yeah,
there. So I mean, last year the coolest thing I got was the I don't know if I can show it, but the Xbox 360 neon sign.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I
I
mean,
got a table.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, completed my Nintendo table, Entertainment Center collection, which was a pretty cool feat.
Yeah, and yours looks pretty nice, pretty clean.
Yeah.
So okay, so on to the next section of this, and we've been trying to think of a good name, and so the only thing we've been calling it is like the video game book club, which is where we just pick a game and we both try to play through it. But we'd like to expand that to the community, um, so that you guys can be trying to play the same game and y'all can hop in on these streams and we can talk about it and maybe even have some of you guys on live with us or do like a phone call in thing or something like that. We're just trying to figure out what would be fun to do there.
Yeah.
So we've been playing through Super Mario RPG on the Switch, which
Yep.
I have here. Great game. If you haven't picked it up, I mean, this goes on sale for like $20 quite often. It's not on sale right now,
Yep.
but anyway, Tyler has made it pretty far, and I have not. Um, I
I made it
started
pretty far in the sense that I've beat the game. Just by the
right.
way.
Well, so I started playing it, and I got ahead of him, by a little bit, and then he just blew right past me because I haven't had
Yep.
a lot of time to play this.
Yeah.
I still have 2 stars to go.
Not only have I blown past you, I'm just gonna brag for a minute. It's how much of a loser I am. Not only have I blown past you, I put the time in to get all the hidden chests,
Yeah.
and to do 100 super jumps to get Mario super suit. Um,
So what is that? Is that like when you're in a battle when you do the jump attack?
yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
maximum number of those you can do is 100,
Oh
and if
my
you do
goodness.
100, there's a guy in Monstro Town that will give you a super suit if you hit 100.
That's got to be incredibly
Now,
difficult.
now you get an attack scarf if you hit 30. Oh, I was mad. I was mad the entire time I was doing it.
But because
It's stupid.
you kind of have to like when I do that, I have to like bob my head.
Yep, yep.
You know?
You have to get into a certain zone to be able to do it. It is wild.
Yeah. If for you guys who have not played this game, it's a role playing game, but it's turn based, and so one of the I guess the specials that Mario can do is this like super
Yeah,
jump thing where he keeps jumping
yeah.
on the bad guy.
If you haven't played this game and you like fun, this is probably the most casual RPG you could ever play. Like this game is not hard at all. It'll take you about 15 hours to beat, about 15-20 hours to beat. If you rush through it, you could probably get it done in less than 10 if you really wanted to. But it's a quick game. It'll take you, yeah, if you just spend a couple hours every night on it or so, if you have that, you'll get through it pretty quickly. But it's fun. It's a fun game. I have a lot of nostalgia for the SNES version. I played it a lot. The
Yeah,
Super
same here.
the the Switch remake, they did it justice. Like they did a very good job on it. I don't think there was a single thing where I was like questioning a decision they made. Like the inventory system is a lot better. The way you can do party and switching is a lot better. Like they did a couple things to make the game easier. Don't get me wrong, but that's a good thing. Like
Well, like
I will
leveling
never
up
do
all
a
your guys at the same time.
yeah. I will never get 100 jumps on the Super Nintendo version. I'm just gonna put that out there. But I was able to do it for the Switch version, barely.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah.
Because last I heard, you made it to 99.
Oh no, I did it. I got it.
Okay,
I
okay.
wasn't gonna talk about that because I'm already like filled with rage at the moment. So
But yeah,
but
so
anyway,
I've enjoyed it. It has been very fun, very
mhm,
nostalgic. And that
mhm.
whole the castle thing I said I wasn't gonna like. I enjoyed it. I don't know what was different about it this time. I think it's because I
Booster's
knew,
Tower.
yeah, Booster's Tower. because this time I kind of just guessed the pictures because I couldn't memorize it, and I wasn't trying to take a
Uh-huh.
picture, and like do that thing. But and I think what
That's not
helped
even
it.
necessary. That's just to get a special item. You don't even have to do
Yeah,
that.
but I had to. You have to do that.
Okay, okay.
But at the like near the beginning of the game, I played it for quite a while, building up my characters, so it would make the rest of the game a little easier. So I think it made that boosters tower area a lot easier for me doing that because I think in the original game I
Yeah,
just kept having to do those battles because it was continuous like mice going down the stairs and you know
yeah.
I just couldn't hold up. And that whole curtain scene, if you guys don't know, there's a curtain scene where like you go hide behind these, there's like four curtains, and the I forget the bad guy,
The
but
snippet.
the snippet, yeah, they come in to this room, you're hide behind this curtain, they're talking about stuff, and they're like they start looking behind the curtains, and so you have to like run and hide behind the curtain that is still shut. And it's they try to trick you. It's just a really fun game, and
Hmm.
you eventually get found. It's just how it happens, but
Yeah.
it's just neat. It that part was a lot of fun. The
Yep.
music, the tadpole music thing.
Yep.
I that
It's interesting.
Let me show you something before. Okay, so the tadpole music thing has been always been hard for me to kind of figure out what line, because there's this part where there's tadpoles in this pool or this lake, and you have to, or pond, and you have to like stop the tadpoles on a certain music note, and if you don't do it right, then it doesn't play the music out right. So anyway, I had to like write this out on a sticky note of like where the tadpoles were, so I could figure out which one to hop onto depending on the song that I needed to play, so I could get the dang card to get new stuff over at the tadpole shop. That's anyway, just to show you how ingrained I get into that. How did you do that part?
Oh, I just I, I tried it myself a couple of times, got mad, just looked up a map online.
Cheater.
Well, I knew what I had to do, but I couldn't. I was like, "Where's the lines at? I'm not musically inclined. Whatever."
I had to
Uh,
remember like the guy says what they are, then I drew out the lines and I wrote what they were, and then I anyway.
it's interesting. It was really cool to revisit and see Gino and Mallow in 3D, like 3D. The Beetle game is cool. Have you gotten the Beetle game yet? Actually, wait, where are you at? Where are you at in there, dude?
So the Beetle, I talked to the guy who wants the Beatles, I think, but I
No, no,
haven't.
no. The Game Boy from the kid in Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think I made it there.
Wait, okay. Have you gotten past Marymore?
I don't know. I'm 2 stars, so
Yes.
whatever 2 stars is. Let me
Have
see.
you beaten the giant cake?
Yes.
Okay, how far have you gotten? Because you may have missed something cool. Okay, so first off, go to I believe it's the inn. It's either the inn or the item shop in Mushroom Kingdom. There's a little toad guy there playing a Game Boy. At that point, you can talk to him. He will sell you his Game Boy for 500 coins, and then you get to
No.
play yeah, you get to play the Beetle mini game. That
Are
was
you
in the
kidding
original
me?
one too. Did you do that?
No, I didn't know this was a
You
thing.
never did
Oh
that? Are
my
you
god,
serious?
I'm serious, dude. Well, maybe if I played it, I might have like recall something from my memory banks. But you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna see while we're talking. Can I? Okay, yeah, I got the game. I got the game going here.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
so if you have gotten to, I believe, okay, did you get to see the Link cameo?
no, I don't
Okay,
think
so
so.
go to Rose Town and sleep in the inn, and hopefully it's not too late.
If I don't, you have to see it on the live stream because I can't. I'm afraid to share it on
Yeah, yeah, no,
Discord
no,
too.
it's I do not touch anything.
But
I am begging you to not touch anything.
if you can see where I am currently, I'm like stuck in this whatever this is. I don't even. I was playing this late at night. Um,
Oh, okay, that's Bellum's Temple. So what you have to do, you have to keep getting the fortune until it says, "I'm hungry. I want something to eat."
Oh, okay. Is there a way for me to just get out of this and like go back to the world map? Or...
Yeah, go hits pause and
Oh,
go to
map.
map,
Okay.
and then you can just quick travel. So quick travel to Rose Town real quick.
Where's Rosetown? Rosetown. There it is. Okay. Yep.
And go sleep and go take a nap in the inn. We're gonna show you some Easter eggs, folks.
Let's see, where the heck is the end? Is there to what? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now, granted, I can't hear it, but you guys on the stream can hear the music. Without me doing some crazy stuff to my setup and maybe destroying the stream, I will not be able to hear what's about to happen. All right. So what do I? So I just take it. I stay there for the night.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Don't worry, it's on the house. I mean, you were so kind to guys. Okay.
The music is so good in this game, dude. They did such a good job.
Oh, dude, what?
Yep, there he is.
That is awesome.
Check it out. They still kept the classic Link too.
Is there different music? I can't. Or is it just the same?
Okay, so yeah. No, so if you go in and talk to him, it plays like the Legend of Zelda like sound. It plays like the do sound.
Okay, I gotta hear it through the stream, so we're gonna like double hear ourselves here, but I want to hear this.
Okay, you've got to hear it.
Yeah. All right, let's see. The stream is so far behind. Oh, nice. Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
so that's the easy one. And I'm willing to bet now you probably don't know you can see Samus Aran in this game either, right?
No, I had no clue. Are you kidding me, dude?
Okay, alright. So I think it's after Marymore. So go to Mushroom Kingdom.
Alright. Alright. And then where am I going?
And then go into the guest room in the castle.
Oh, is it? Okay, Mushroom King. Gotcha. Yes, okay. Here we go. And then go to where again? Sorry.
The guest room in the castle.
Okay. Go. Oh, I've done that. I think I know what you... Or not the princess's room.
Not Princess's room.
So that's down here to the right, isn't it?
So go to the right.
And then go up into that room.
So yep, and go up.
Alright. Oh, wow, look at that!
Yeah.
Does it have music too?
No,
or?
no, there's no sound. You just get to talk to her.
That's. I like how it's steam coming out of like her helmet or something.
Yeah.
You know,
And talk to her, see what she says.
Oh my goodness. I'm resting up for Mother Brain. Nice. Gotta save that stuff. That's cool. No,
Yep.
dude, I had no clue.
Okay, so now I need you to go back. Do me one favor. It's gonna drive me nuts. Go back to that hallway, the main hallway.
Okay.
And you know what it says? There's a hidden treasure nearby.
Yeah, I can't get to it because I think I messed up. And I didn't.
No, jump on that toad's head.
Oh, I didn't think. Come back over here, Toad.
And then jump up on the ledge. Yeah, just wait
There
a
we go.
second. Yep.
Frog coin. Is there anything else up here?
There it is. No, that's it. Okay, so that's a very interesting hidden treasure. In the original Super Mario RPG, there is one point in the entire game where you could get that, and it's where you have Toad running through the hallway after you come back. That's
Right.
the only time in the entire game you can get it. They put that Toad there just so you can get it later on.
See, that's what I thought I had missed my opportunity because I remember that from the SNES game. Okay.
Nope.
I was like, man, I'm never gonna get that.
Okay, so now go to the inn. It's either the inn or the item. I think it's the item shop. But just go to both of them.
Okay. In the Magic Kingdom?
In the Mushroom Kingdom.
Or Mushroom Kingdom, sorry.
Not
Not
Mushroom
Disney.
Kingdom, not Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom. This ain't Disney.
item shop.
What are you talking
That's,
about?
where's that? This.
To the right?
There it is. All right. I'm playing this through like OBS, so it's a little lag
Okay.
for me. But
So let's see. Go over to the right.
okay.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you're still watching the stream. Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching the stream. Okay, no. Okay, go back. Go to the end. I was wrong.
Go to the end. Okay.
Yeah, it's the end.
To the end.
We're both like watching at a delay. It's like terrible.
Right. Pretty much. Like, there's got to be an easier way to do this stuff, man. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there it is. There it is. Okay, so go to the punk kid in the back.
okay. Oh, he's playing the. Is this
Play the
it?
Game Boy. Talk to him a couple times.
Okay. It says. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Keep talking to him.
Wait, hold on. This is the highest score. Wait, hold on. This is the highest score. All right. Yes, I'm done here. You want this? It's only 500 points.
Yep.
Yes. Want me to teach you? Sure, why not? High score if you hit the shell with the star fired from the beetle. If you get hit, recover by firing continuously. Just do it. Alright.
Just do it.
So what, do I talk to him again to play it, or how's it work?
No. Just go to the pause menu.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, it's about to tell me. There's Toad. You can now play the pre-owned game, Beatlemania. Try to get a high score. Play by selecting play. This seems familiar.
I'll be shocked if you didn't, because I like played the game just to get this game because I was just so fascinated at the idea of there being a game within the game.
Dude, I don't think I played this. I didn't know this was a thing. This is so cool.
Yeah.
It kind of has the same look as the SNES Classic. The little side, instructions.
Yep.
Neat, dude. That's cool. Thanks for showing me that.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, there's so many little fun things in this game. Like, do you even know how to get? Do you know the casino? The casino in this game?
Oh man, I don't remember. So where is
Okay.
it? Or have I not made it there?
It's. I don't think you haven't made it there yet. I don't think.
Okay.
Do you
Well.
know about the how to get Moya's ultimate weapon?
Tell me.
I can't. It's a whole thing. Like there's like multiple steps.
Oh god. Okay. Then no, I don't.
And yeah, you're not there yet. It's like towards the end of the game where you
Okay.
can do it. But it's a whole mission on its own.
I just remember like the
Yeah, there's
frog coin
So
thing.
much.
You had to do. What was it, tadpole con? Like you have to get so many of those cards, right? And then you can get like better items from the tadpoles.
Yep.
By playing the
Okay,
music.
so do you know how to do better music?
You talk to this tadpole, but then eventually you talk to the frog guy, right? And the frog guy gives you some better music, I think.
Nope.
Okay, how do you do
Talk to him.
it? The tadpole?
So have you done the Moleville one yet?
The song?
Yeah.
I've done 2 songs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There's only 3.
Okay. So the third one is
And you're-
what?
The third one, you're pretty close to the third one,
I just got to do the
but
next
you're not
star.
there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I remember these frog coins being so dang hard to like get in the original version.
Yeah.
I was always afraid to like spend them. So I haven't really bought much of my. I can't even see because our stream stuff's over. How
Yeah.
much these cost? Oh, but those aren't even frog coins. That's the other guy that has.
Yeah.
them.
No, that's no frog points. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't bought any of this stuff. But is there anywhere else you can spend? Because, God, what was the other thing? There's some guy, the Mole Town had a bunch of stuff,
Mhm.
like things that you could buy.
Have you talked to the frog that lives in Seaside Town?
I did. He was studying for school or something like that.
Yeah, he sells stuff like really cool items for frog coins.
Yes. Does he get newer stuff or is he?
No, no, I don't think so. I think
So
what he has is what he has.
because I got the experience points, like double the experience points thing from him, and a couple other
Hmm.
things that oh, you can get more coins. I just went for the
Yep.
experience points thing. Um, let's see, where's Marvel? Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, no, you're getting pretty close. You're getting pretty close to the end now.
Yeah. Did you? What was your best time on the mine train?
Oh, awful. I can't do that kind of thing.
I think I did okay. I figure it was like two.
Okay, go back just real
I'll
quick.
tell you
Do
right.
you see a little goal?
2 minute 55 seconds to 83 milliseconds. Beat that.
Okay, I'll have to listen.
I see a little girl.
What was that?
What? That was my phone. It just said, yes, I see a little gold. What in the world?
You might need to get a different phone. Oh, it's because you said you see the little girl, the little mole girl.
Yeah,
So it did some
I
sort
think
of like voiceover
I accidentally said something that turned on the Gemini AI assistant.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I said, go back. I said, go back just real quick. Do you see little goal?
Right.
Okay, so now they have me saying that to them. Okay, cool. That's great. Oh, okay. I love it. All right, so if you could go to the little girl with the pink ribbon in her hair. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm on a list now.
Tyler's making funny.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. That's exactly what happened, I guess.
Yeah,
And
me-
it's kind of creepy because it said, "Yes, I see the little goal," and showed me a picture of a little goal. So I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
So what is it says? Okay, tea, a drink of jam and bread. Oops, that's not really how it goes.
No, not this one, not this one.
Oh, okay. Who am I going to?
So go to yeah. So in the original SNES version, you had to go into the mountain and talk to people to get the actual song to play for Toad's Ice Cream. Anyway,
See you, Tyler. Thanks for joining.
go down.
Tyler's hopping off.
Yeah. Have a good night, Tyler.
All right. So where am I going?
So go to. It's like she's standing in front of some boxes.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Just like yes, I got it. Yep. Talk to that.
Her. Yeah, talk to her.
Okay. Would you like a shiny stone? Should I say sure or no?
Yeah, you definitely want that shiny stone.
Sure. If you bring me fireworks, then I'll give you a shiny stone. Oh, okay. Where the heck are the fireworks?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I remember there's all this stuff here because there's like that little girl wanted fireworks. This other one wanted like a soda or something to sit in this bucket or a cookie.
Nope, she wants a carbo cookie.
And I'm like, where do you get the carbo cookie at?
I'll have to look up. I can't remember which. I think. Anyway, that's the point. I'm starting to fade, dude. It's
Well-
getting on 11 o'clock.
It is. So, anyway,
I'm honestly surprised you're still breathing right now.
right. I'm about to pass out, but let me switch this over to this. So anyway, we've enjoyed this game. I guess you're still gonna play it some more. You got some extra stuff you got to find with like the
Yeah.
extras.
So not to get too much into spoiler territory, but like what's really cool about this game is when you beat it, it's just not beat like Super Nintendo version. You can get back to it, and there's bonus content at the end. Now, I don't think I'm gonna spoil too much just by saying this bonus content is like critically hard boss battles.
Oh, really?
Like I'm
Okay.
talking about, it's like it brings back some of your favorite characters from the game, but makes them incredibly difficult. Like I'm talking, just hard, very hard,
Yeah.
and and I got through one of them, and I cannot beat the second one, and I think there's
Okay.
like 5 or 6.
Well, we got something to look forward to for next week to talk about. See if you've beaten some of them, and see if I've
Yeah,
actually beaten
if
the
I've
game.
not, yeah, if I've not been absorbed by Nubby's Number Factory, that's that's taken up my past couple gaming times.
Well, okay. Well, I think we're gonna end the stream, guys. But thanks for watching. We will try, I guess, potentially next week around the same time. And if
Yep,
you
yep.
guys have any suggestions for the next game that we should be playing through, let us know. But anyway,
Yeah, we
thank
are
you.
rapidly approaching a time in which we
Yeah.
will need one because Joe's hopefully going to be finished here soon. The plan is to set hard dates on these things. So if you don't finish it, you don't finish it. We're just going to move on. But right
Right.
now we're still kind of hammering it
Right.
out.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week. Peace out.
Take it easy, y'all.